white Sapote in South Florida here in December, almost January, is pretty amazing.
And it drops thousands and thousands of fruits. Nobody eats them. I'm the only one who really comes out.
This is white Sapote. This is the tree. Here we are at the end of December, almost January, and we got to taste one. But I just want to do my best to preserve this tree as best as possible. All right, Julian cut me a bunch of Budwood. So I'm gonna try to find places to preserve this.
Wow. Oh my gosh. That is terrific. Oh my God, that is incredible.
Xain from Xain's World Nursery came out with some grafts for me of the Campbell white Sapote. And I got my white Sapotes, a nice spot I created for in my yard here for them to grow. Hello everybody, welcome to Fruitful Trees. Fruitful Trees, today we are going to look at what we're making a fruitful tree. This is my white Sapote tree, my homestead white Sapote tree, but on this side of the tree, I put a whole bunch of grafts on here of the Hunters Giant Flan variety of the white Sapote. And this is a variety that my friend Sal at Fruit Hunters had discovered at an old lot in Homestead, Florida. Well, I went down there to check it out, and we're going to learn more about it today, so we're going to go see it and look at it now. All right, everybody, finally we're here. This is my friend Sal from Fruit Hunters.
Hey, how's it going?
And this is that white Sapote tree, the wild white Sapote tree that you said you were here months ago in November. It had fruit on it.
It had fruit on it when nobody else has had fruit. This is
Wow.
This very special tree right here. And I mean, look how big it is.
Yeah, Julian. That's Julian from Lara Farms Miami. Any idea what variety it might be, or you don't know?
Seedling. This is something a squirrel brought in.
Yeah.
And left it. Or maybe a bird dropped it.
This is the Fruit Hunters variety.
Yeah, and you said when you were younger, this you used to pass here on an ATV.
Yeah, we used to ATV right through here. We have permission from the owners, but it seems like the owners are just starting to sell off their land, which is what's happening here in the Redlands. You know, the Redlands is getting destroyed for concrete. It's just a concrete jungle out here at this point. But this is one of the last, paradises left. And look at this tree. I hope it gets preserved, but the reality is that it's probably going to get chopped, so we have to save its genetics.
Yes. Wow. Look how big it is.
Saving genetics.
Yeah.
Is the
wow.
dream.
Look, it comes all the way out to here.
And it drops thousands and thousands of fruits. Nobody eats them. I'm the only one who really comes out here.
And how's the quality of the fruit?
It's probably one of the best I've ever had. Julian does have a variety or two that might be sweeter. However, this is very refreshing. It has no bitterness. You can eat the skin. Some of the fruits get yay big, like a giant softball or bigger. Heavy, just monster-sized fruits. Heavy bearer, produces when nobody else has. And no bitterness, which is the big thing on the white Sapote. No bitterness whatsoever.
Well, it's worth taking serious.
Yeah.
Wow. Can you cut me some good Budwood from here?
Sure.
Yeah, you know how to do it.
He's the man. He's got the grafting
I already
tape ready
started
in the truck.
Yeah.
Does
Wow.
it matter if it has buds coming on it?
Flowers, you mean?
Yeah, but
No.
Doesn't matter.
But if it's budding new growth, then
That's the
yeah,
best.
it does matter.
Who put this stick here?
It wasn't me.
It's always been here a long time.
From my knowledge, yeah.
It looks like this tree had fallen down.
Yeah, someone did support it, but this is a really old piece of wood.
Yeah.
This is the
wow.
only white Sapote on this entire lot, and this was over 100 acres of avocado. What's
Wow.
left of it is maybe 30 acres.
And this has not been cut in a long time.
No, I think it was only cut when it fell over. They probably came through with the same machines that cut the avocados.
Yeah.
But this thing is ancient, man. I'm
That's
thinking
not
this
the
is
one.
like 70
Julian,
years
is that the right one, or are you getting this?
old. Oh, no, it's not.
Wow.
Yeah, it's definitely nice.
Wow, it'd be great if
I
we
can
could
give you some
propagate
content.
this.
Yeah, I can give you some content of the fruit so you can add it
Yeah.
to the video so people can see just how big they are.
Absolutely. All right, everybody, here's some content that Sal from Fruit Hunters gave me. Look at this fruit. This is a big white Sapote. This is Sal tasting this. He's the only one that's been eating this for years at this hidden tree. Look how big that is. That's like a softball size white Sapote fruit. Absolutely perfect size. looks great, perfectly round, and he's picking thousands of these off this big tree. And at the end of this video, we're gonna taste one ourselves and see how it is. But we're grafting this now, this tree, and you want to get this white sapote, everybody. Here it is hanging on the tree. This was taken in the summertime, but it lasts all the way on the tree till we just picked one in late December. But up until late November, the tree was loaded, and this fruit looks amazing, and I've been so excited to taste it, and I'm so glad I actually got to taste one at the end of this video. Here we are at the end of December, almost January, and we got to taste one. All right, so we're gonna try to propagate this, and we're gonna call it Fruit Hunters Giant Flan, right?
Yeah, Fruit Hunters Giant Flan.
All right.
Or simply just Fruit Hunters, because it's the only one that I have.
Right now.
Yeah.
All right. This is white sapote. This is the tree.
There we go.
All right.
The master himself.
All right. Julian's cutting some budwood.
Thank you for calling me master.
Yeah.
All right. Do you want to show us
Yeah.
what you're looking for the budwood?
Yeah, I'm waiting for this. We're going to be waiting for this to bud out after we graft it. And if it's already budded on the tree, then it's no good. You want it to bud before. So this one's ideal. It's ready to go. Wrap it up with the buddy tape like a mummy. Do a little cleft on your rootstock, and you're done.
Keep it in the shade or full sun?
I'll keep it in the shade.
Now, you can get 2 budwoods out of this or no?
No, just one.
And are you doing a veneer graft?
Doing a veneer. No, cleft.
A cleft graft.
Yeah, cleft.
So Xain was telling me that all of them took for him, that they're all budding out.
They're one of the easiest things to graft, man.
I saw them.
Yeah, he told me he's going to be giving me one of those, adding to my
Of
personal
course.
Look at carcasses. Oh, the white sapotes from
Yeah,
before. These
the
are the
fruit
small
was-
ones. Yeah. I mean, they come in all sizes off this tree, but you'll get some that are this big, and then you get some real big ones.
Wow. Oh, you got a camito there, no?
Yeah. Oh, there's a fruit on it right there,
Oh, look at this.
and it's ripe
Where?
right there. You see
Oh,
it?
look,
I'm
yeah.
gonna drop it.
Wow, we're gonna get to taste the fruit here. We're gonna taste it.
Oh, that's okay, guys. Watch that. Yeah.
Right?
It's ripe for tomorrow or the day after. But there you go.
You cool with that?
Let me see the shape of this. Are they always this shape?
No, that's a very weird.
That's a fluke, right?
That's a fluke. That's off season. That's so off season. It's
Well, it's only a month off season.
yeah, but that's from the past season that was off season.
All right, so we'll see how it is.
I got 2 budwoods here from the original.
You want to get some more? Or are you good with that?
It's hard because it's so high up.
Fine.
All right, Julian cut me a bunch of budwood. I'm gonna check it out and see if it takes. Remember, Fruit Hunters Giant Flan, white sapote variety, a seedling rediscovered that's fruiting in November here in South Florida.
Yeah, she'll have one.
See how it goes. Okay, everybody. So these are some of the budwoods that we got from the great tree from Miami's Hunters to see if this will fruit off season. And I don't have much place to put it. I don't have any seedlings, but I do have several trees, and I already put some under the trees. But this tree is my homestead variety, which fruited last year for the first time, and it's starting to get some flowers already this year. So I don't know the ideal time to do this, but it's already got some flowers there. But there's another branch growing out of this side of the tree. And about 2 weeks ago, I obtained some of this budwood from Sal at Fruit Hunters. And I already put some on here. And I'm waiting to see if it takes. And it might. I just had about a month ago, Xain put some Campbell on my tree. And they just started to take. So these I would expect is about a week or 2 behind. But just in case, I got 4 more that I'm going to put on here. And I shared with my neighbors some of the budwood as well. Because we want to preserve this tree. And again, I haven't tasted, but when we got the fruit off the tree yesterday, there was a small fruit left on the tree. So it's a straggler. We'll see how it is because they stopped fruiting in November. And here we are at the end of December. And to get white Sapote at the end of December is amazing. Now, I want to grow all of this. Even if they only grow in the summertime, they freeze amazing. But if we can get an off-season here in South Florida, white Sapote, that would be truly a blessing. That's why I'm so excited about this. So this branch here, I've put a whole bunch of these on. And I put one on this side just in case that branch breaks. And I'm waiting to see what will happen with that. So now, here's another thing is I cut this Budwood. Sal from Fruit Hunters gave me a big branch and I cut this. But these Budwoods, Julian from Lara Farms, as you saw from the videos with us yesterday, he cut these. So in his expertise, maybe he cut better looking Budwood than I did. Maybe not. But I just want to do my best to preserve this tree as best as possible. So I'm going to try to find places to preserve this. And I have four chances here. And I already found one branch that I'll cut here. Whoa. And see how it goes. So we're going to use a basic cliff graft. So that looks like it'll match up really nice. A little bigger there, so I'll first cut this here. That looks nice. Wow, that's not bad. Not bad. Okay. Okay, looking good. I wrapped this already in some Budwood here. All right, so white Sapote is supposed to be the easiest things to graft. We'll see. I got that in there. See that? So you just want to make sure at least one side is smooth there. And I'll tighten it up with this here. This tape here. There's an ideal time to graft trees, avocados, mangoes. I don't know the ideal time for white Sapote, but I would assume it's very forgiving here now because it's a little cooler outside and this is a cold hardy tree. Mangoes do better in warmer weather. Avocados, from what I understand, like this time of year. And that's the part you want to keep dry. Is the part where you made the cut. You don't want anything to get in there. So this tape kind of pulls it together. Some people will use different types of tape here. Sometimes I put a clothespin here to hold it together. But you got that done. Some people will put a paper bag or a plastic bag over the top to keep the sun out. But this is shaded enough from the rest of the tree. And that's it. And I leave this open so I know where I did this. And I'll label this later. But that's one of the buds. So, simple enough. So I got that on there. And now to keep it dry, what some people do is they'll wrap that part with some either buddy tape or perfulium tape. I already wrapped that part in buddy tape. But this one's some film tape. I'll just wrap that just to make sure no water gets in. See how that goes. And this was the other one I did. So I'll just wrap it. Just in case we have a big rainstorm. My neighbor next door has a big white Sapote tree, and he's cutting it back now because it's too big, and he's going to graft as well. So that's that. We got 2 more left. All right, there we go. Some people put a bag over it, a plastic bag or a paper bag. I think we're good there. All right, we'll see if that comes out. It's definitely important to label these. Even though this is the only thing I'm labeling, I'm putting on this tree, I want to know where it is so I can keep an eye on it because they can get lost as the tree gets bigger. So I'll put you could either write on this label or you could just put a label on there or something. All right, so let's see what happens. I'll keep you updated. All right, I'm over here in my neighbor's yard, and I just filmed this yesterday. And this tree was super big. And he just cut it back, and he's about to graft onto it. But look, he cut this tree back a lot. And it's getting a lot of sun. Look at the cut he made there. And it's going to grow out, and it's going to grow wonderful right there. So he's going to graft onto it one of these to see if it takes. But this tree is excellent even if you don't graft onto it. These are redlands. And when you let them go, sometimes you got to cut them back that drastically. So we'll keep you updated on that one. All right, so my neighbor here just cut back his white Sapote tree. It's a redlands, and he's going to let it grow back. It was just way too tall. But he left a graft on over there, which is a graft.
No, this branch is a graft. And
that's a subel. This graft is subel.
These are the same. Look, you see the different colors in the tree? This is the one variety, and that's a different variety. This right here is, I remember grafting these on here.
So both of these are grafts.
These are both grafts.
So both of those are subel, and
right.
This one's redlands.
Right, and so I'm not sure what that one is if you think it's a redland.
Yeah, I think it's a redlands.
Yeah.
So what are you putting this on, the giant flan? Why not this one? Because
I'm going to do them all. I mean, I've got 3 of them here. I mean, I don't have a lot of faith in this working right now because I don't know. We'll see. I mean, I've done them like this before, but
this is a bark graft. It's called.
Yeah. So I'm going to cut this back like this. Oops, let me get my other knife is sharper than this.
Okay.
You can tell right away that's a dull one.
Beautiful cut.
And then we'll take this side too. Hopefully it works. Oops, look at that. See, that didn't work. Let me pry that open. Let me try a different spot. It's such a fresh cut that I usually like to wait a little bit after I do that, and then they kind of loosen up in here. But so that's why I'm kind of not sure this is going to work out there. That one opened up a little bit.
So this we're grafting directly into the bark, and it's what's called a bark graft.
It's that simple. And of course we need to tighten it up with something, but we don't have to use grafting tape on that. We can use any kind of tape on that one.
So even saran wrap.
Right, whatever, just something to hold it a little. See how it's a little loose there? Hold it back in place. Okay, let's try that one with your hand on over there.
Now what's going to happen, folks, is this is going to grow new shoots right out of here, and hopefully the graft will grow up here as well.
And we'll keep the new shoots from growing as long as this graft that we're putting on there appears to be alive, because we want the energy to go into this graft. We don't want to let new shoots come out.
Thank you. All right, we'll see how it comes out. We'll see. We'll keep it updated. And again, more of the redlands is going to come out. He already has a subel graft on there. So this will be a 3 multi-graft tree at least, and we'll keep you updated.
Yeah, this is one variety, that's another variety, and that will be another variety.
Yeah.
and we're going to put all the ones you got on here, and we'll just make it a big multi-graft tree.
That sounds great. All right.
And they'll hang over on both sides of the property, and we'll all have some of it.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
All right, everybody. Here I am with my neighbor Ram and my neighbor Alexis, and he's on the camera right now. And we were at the Fruit Hunters White Sapote tree in Miami, and there was one on there, as you saw in the video I just showed you. So I brought it over here to cut it. It's real small, and now I've seen them in the video with Fruit Hunters. Sal had them. They were as big as a softball.
Mm-hmm.
But this is the size, so it might not taste good because it was the last one. But the last ones on the tree were a month ago in November. But we were just there a couple of days ago, and this is the one. So we're going to have to split this little one up for 3 of us. And with the seed inside, it's even less that will get taste. But it looks great. And to get this white sapote in South Florida here in December, almost January, is pretty amazing.
And you can take a spoon like this, little spoon, and scoop it out.
I'm going to try it with the skin, actually.
Okay, there you go.
I want to try it with both.
I think he likes it.
Aren't you glad you grafted that to your tree now?
Wow.
All right,
That
let
is
me try it.
fantastic.
Here we go. Now, sometimes the skin's
Wow.
bitter on white sapote, so...
This is no bitter, it's
But
pure.
you didn't have the skin.
Well, I didn't try skin. Well, I better try another piece.
No. Give that to him.
Oh, that's fantastic. That is fantastic.
Like caramel.
So is that one of the ones I put on as a graft?
Yeah.
I think they call it something flan. Do you
Well,
remember the name?
Fruit Hunters is going to call it... Yeah. Fruit Hunters is going to call it Giant Flan by Fruit Hunters, but take that and I'm going to... Pretty good, huh?
Even with the skin, it's excellent.
Yeah, wait. Let's see what Alexis has to say. Try that.
I'm going to try it first without the skin.
Wow.
Oh my gosh. That is terrific.
It's fantastic.
Oh my God, that is incredible.
And even
This is better than the Subel. I
gonna,
like it. I like it.
even though I took the skin off, I'm going to eat the skin because it's so good. The skin itself is good.
No bitterness at all with the skin.
No bitterness.
Really good.
It's thinner like your other variety.
That's just fantastic. Really good.
Yeah. So 1 to a 10.
I'd give that a 10.
10. Wow.
10.
Wow.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yes.
It's a 10.
It is.
All right.
Really, really
Turn
And
that around.
usually a little runt, that's a runt of a fruit,
Yeah.
usually isn't that great. You know?
I can
But in
imagine
this
a.
case, it's
There's
fantastic.
the seeds.
Wow.
I can imagine a large one of these would be like terrific.
Oh, man. I gotta have.
Well, you got a tree. We gave it.
I don't know. I'm going to have a. Man, that tree's going to. It won't take long for that tree to burst out in a couple of months. And it is going to be.
Well, that was delicious. That was delicious.
That was really good. Do you think that's the best one yet for you? You got more experience to try more.
I love them all.
It's definitely better than the original one I've got over there.
I don't know. I mean, yeah, it is.
It is better.
What is the
I
variety?
don't know. The
Because
original one you have is Redlands,
Okay.
and I think it's more hardy than the Redlands. The Redlands has like that medicinal taste, like medicine taste almost.
Right. So that's why I'm saying this doesn't have any of that. This is
Yeah.
pure bliss.
Yeah, like total caramel.
Yeah, caramel, sweet, and it is smooth as flan.
Yeah, and it is almost January 1st. We're in late December, and there was one more hanging on the tree.
Wow.
And the ones I've seen, the Fruit Hunters with that one, they were the size of like a softball.
Wow,
Yeah.
unbelievable.
Yeah, so
that's
and
unbelievable.
Xain's World actually grafted some, and they took, so he's going to have like 40 of them for sale real soon.
Okay. That's great.
I'm definitely going to get, even though I grafted it on my tree, we'll see if it takes, I'm definitely going to get a couple of those
Yeah.
potted ones. But Xain's World, Fruit Hunters Giant Flan White Sapote.
Man, out of this
Yeah.
world.
Yeah. All right, what do you got to say?
My trunk is only about that big right now on my white Sapote, so I'm lagging way
Oh, I gave
behind.
you some grafts also of that.
Oh, I put 2 of them on, and I am fingers crossed they take. I really like this, and I got to go visit Xain and get myself one of those 40s.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
All right, thanks for trying, guys. All right.
The pleasure was all ours.
Absolutely, that was delicious. Thank
All
you so
right.
much.
Okay, everybody, that was the Fruit Hunters Giant Flan White Sapote that I'm way too excited about. And even though Xain at Xain's World Nursery and Julian at Lara Farms is propagating that through some Budwood, and Xain at Xain's World is going to have some available real soon, because he's gotten it to take on a bunch of different rootstocks, so that'll be available. I'll let you know as soon as that's available. Check this out. This is my grafts that I'm doing, and I'm still waiting. I just put some more on here. I was down at the tree, but nothing yet on them. I'm waiting to see, but they look promising. The tree itself is starting to flower. I don't know the ideal time, but I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and on the other side 7 and 8. 8 grafts, and I'm looking now. I really hope this takes because that fruit was amazing. I'm looking right now, and my eyes could be deceiving me. It's getting a little dark here, but that's looking really good. That looks like it's trying to poke through. We'll see. That'll really make my day here. This is my homestead variety, and that tree is going to be all homestead. But if this takes, this whole side of it can be the new giant flan, and to have a multi-graft tree of this amazing fruit will be amazing, because this is a great variety you want to get. Okay, everybody, as this tree becomes available, I will be the first to let you know where to get it. I know soon Xain at xainsworld.com is going to have some for sale, and I know Julian also got some rootstock, and Mike at Trees N More got some rootstock. So we'll see who's going to get it out there and who's going to be selling them. But as for now, get ready, because I know Xain told me he has a bunch that took and they're going to be available soon. And I am so excited because I've tasted Redlands. I've tasted several from California that I don't know the names of. I've tasted a bunch. And even in Campbell I tasted. That was only one time. But that fruit that I just had on this, it was the sweetest one I've tasted of the white Sapote. And absolutely no bitterness in the skin at all. And the one I had was small. That was the last one on the tree. But the ones I've seen in this video that I showed you, Sal showed me, are big, really big. Bigger than any ones I've tasted. And the amazing thing about this whole thing is that was in November. White Sapote is supposed to be long gone by that time. So that's what I'm really excited about, to have an off-season white Sapote here in South Florida. Most people don't know about this or don't even have one in season, a summer one, which I recommend highly. But an off-season one, right. Here's the most amazing thing. I know they're out there from what I hear. I've never tasted a white Sapote I didn't like. And here's the other thing. They freeze. They freeze. They freeze amazing. They freeze amazing. They taste great. And they're very filling. It's not taste great, less filling. It's taste great, very filling, very satisfying. And this is something that just keeps getting better and better. So look out for that. I'm going to post some links below. Thank you, Sal, to Fruit Hunters, for the Fruit Hunters Giant Flan White Sapote. I'm so excited that we're able to propagate it and get it out there. Thank you for all the people that are trying to make this happen. And I'm just trying to make it work. I put one graft on this side of the tree, just in case that side breaks off. And it's looking promising. In the next couple of days, I should know what's going to happen with this or these grafts on my tree. All right, I'm really excited. For those of you that want an update on my Campbell grafts that Xain came out to do here, I'll show you a little clip here now of what's going on with the Campbell white sapote. All right, everybody, here is an update on this white sapote tree. This was a seedling that I've had in the ground for quite a while, and it wasn't fruiting for a long time. So I finally cut it back, and I'm letting it grow back with the idea to graft on top of it. And Xain from Xain's World Nursery came out with some grafts for me of the Campbell white sapote. And he put on here 1, 2, 3, and 4. And he put some of my other trees as well. And I previously showed you this one worked. This now is a Campbell white sapote. Look how well it's growing on my white sapote tree that it actually wasn't a seedling, it was a graft, but I didn't know a graft of what. But now I know I have a Campbell white sapote on here. But this now is another one, another seedling that just took. So it's been about 3 weeks, so that's the time it's taking on this. And he says it's taking a little bit longer because he's doing it in the pot and it doesn't have all the energy of the rest of the tree. I'm still waiting for this one, which looks like it's about to take, and that one back there. So I have 2 things I could do, or 3 things I could do now with this tree. One of them is, as you see, this is coming out this way and this is this way. I can let these grow and have a Campbell white sapote here. And on this side, I can let it just try to come back and see what variety it really was supposed to be. Or I can take those Campbell grafts and put them on here and make this whole tree a Campbell white sapote tree. Or I can graft different white sapote Budwood on top of that. So that's exciting. I could do several different things here. All right, everybody, there it is. That is my white sapote update. And I got my white sapotes, a nice spot I created for in my yard here for them to grow. And white sapote, it's what it's all about. So I'm going to show you here my Denslow white sapote tree. And I keep checking on this one because he also put a Campbell on this tree. And the Campbell white sapote he did was about 2 weeks before the giant flan that I did on mine. So I'm hoping that it just takes that long, but this is exciting. This is a Denslow white sapote tree that I recently put into my yard. And in this, Xain had an extra Campbell white sapote. You see it's fruiting, the tree, or blooming here. But look, it took. This is a Campbell white sapote. So now I have a Campbell white sapote along with the Denslow growing in the ground, in my yard. Beautiful spot here. Really excited about this, folks, as you can tell. All right, everybody, we are approaching the last week of 2024. That is an update on these trees here. Thank you, everybody, for making white sapote happen here in South Florida. If you have any comments or questions about white sapote, please post them below. If you're growing white sapote, especially if you're in South Florida, I'd love to come and visit to see how it's growing and hear all about it. Until then, everybody, have a great day and keep growing.